please stand.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tom Maloney, and I would like to welcome all of you here this afternoon. On behalf of Lara and on behalf of Adrian, to witness their marriage and to celebrate with them. We're here to celebrate the love that Adrian and Lara have for each other, and to recognize and witness their decision to journey forward in their lives together as husband and as wife. A wedding is a wonderful occasion. You're filled with hopes, you're filled with dreams, you're filled with excitement, and the joy and happiness that they have here today, it is certainly increased by the love and support shown by your presence here this afternoon. So welcome everybody. I would first of all, or secondly, like to welcome Lara and welcome Adrian. Could you all please give them a great round of applause? There's been a great sense of anticipation for this ceremony to begin. They both love the fall season, and when I was chatting with them, they said they're really looking forward to having a fall type wedding. Well, when you're arranging weddings, you can arrange a lot of details, but you certainly can't control the weather. But I'd like to know who the connections are, because today is a perfect fall day for a wedding. And also the location here, Lara, her heritage goes back to Ireland, Northern Ireland, and this church was built back in the 1800s, and this is where a lot of Irish immigrants came around that time. So a lovely choice. Can we give our bridal party a great welcome as well, and thank you for all the work. I'd especially like to congratulate the parents. I know how happy and how important a day like today is. Lara's mum and dad, Donna and Stephen, Adrian's, Christina and John, congratulations to all of you. Our thoughts are also with Lara, or Adrian's Nona, Yolanda Di Vincenzo. Can't be with us, but she is with us in our thoughts and in our hearts. And a little earlier, Lara's granddad, George, who was here, took a little ill, and our thoughts are also with him. as well. Welcome to the travellers, people who have come from a distance, from Portadown in Northern Ireland. Lara has been there many times. London, England, Squamish, BC, Victoria, BC, Hartford, and Kentucky in the US of A. Welcome to Toronto. All of us here in the city, we're very proud of our city. And we're really proud of it. We've got a great championship hockey team here called the Toronto Maple Leafs. They were champions in 1967, but we're still hoping. I asked Lara and Adrian to tell me what today means for them. Lara said, "Our wedding day is a momentous time to solidify our love, to confirm our commitment to each other in front of our family and friends. Today is a day that we have been waiting for to have with each other since we met." And Adrian added, "When I think about the wedding, I can only think about Lara, just Lara." There are always very interesting stories about how we all meet each other in life. Every story is different. When I think of Adrian and Lara's story, I think the headline would be, "We were so close before, and now we are so close forever." Their story, I think, is well known to many of you, because frankly, so many of you have been involved in their lives. It all began back in grade 7. I wasn't there. And it wasn't Lara and Adrian's grade 7. Lara's sister and our maid of honor, Lindsay, was best friend with Adrian's first cousin, Diana, who sang so beautifully. And so, long before they met, two families were gradually coming together. But then, years later, the DiVincenzo family were having a farewell party for cousins who were going back to Belgium. And it was there that Robert, Adrian's older brother, introduced both of them. And according to Lara, Adrian's cousins, Peter, Diana, Sandra, and Mark, instigated the meeting. Now that's the wonderful part of a romantic story. But I want to tell you the part that Adrian told me, to give a complete picture of how it all started. And here we have to give full credit to Adrian's brother, Julian. You see, when Lara met Adrian at the farewell party, Adrian's brother, Julian, was with him. They both sat down together, one on either side of Lara. I don't know if you were on the left or on the right side. And within a matter of seconds, Adrian gave Julian the family signal to get lost. So I think we have to thank many people, but Julian is certainly very responsible for today. But it obviously was love at first sight, and here we are 7 years later. As I said, Lara has been to Portadown in Ireland several times, and just across the water from there in Scotland, they sing a song for weddings, and it's called Mary's Wedding. Today, the song is Laura's wedding. Step we gaily, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and on we go, all for Lara's wedding. Bright her cheeks as Rowan's are, brighter far than any star. And fairest of them all by far is Adrian's darling Lara. So let's the celebration begin. Lara, if you'd like to pass to Lindsay. If you'd like to hold hands. Adrian and Lara, you are here today with your family and your friends to declare publicly your love for each other and to be joined in marriage. This is much more than a social and civil occasion. It is the declaration of your hearts and your dreams, built upon your experiences, and soon to be enriched by a solemn declaration of love. Marriage is a promise of love, a love that is patient, loyal, and kind. However, a good marriage doesn't simply happen. You will look to each other for comfort in trouble, for joy in achievement. With love, speak to each other with patience, always looking for ways to be constructive. You see, your love respects each of you as an individual. There's no limit to its endurance. There's no end to its trust. Adrian and Lara, our wish for you is that your love for each other, which you feel so strongly and so deeply today, it'll grow deeper and stronger in the years to come. And at this point, I'd like to call on Elizabeth, Adrian's sister-in-law. Lara and Adrian are great Beatles fans. I think most of you know that. And she's doing a reading from one of the Beatles songs entitled In My Life.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments. With lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm just going to give Lara and Adrian a little bit of advice, and when I give that advice, I have to listen as well. Lara and Adrian, the harmony of married life will be yours if you listen to each other and you speak to each other honestly. If you are to reap the fruits of a relationship built on love, you must continuously sow seeds of kindness, compassion, respect, and trust. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, little things are big things. It's doing what you're doing now, holding hands. It's never going to sleep angry with each other, and always trying to show your love for each other in various ways every day. It's having a mutual morality. It's standing together like you're doing now, facing the world, gathering in your family and your friends. It's having the capacity to forgive and then also to forget. Try to give each other space where you, Lara, and you, Adrian, can grow. Find room for the things of your spirit, because today you're not only marrying the right partner, and you know that, but we all also have to be the right partner. And family and friends, you're here to witness, you're here to celebrate with Lara and Adrian. Can you please raise the roof to show your approval for this marriage to take place with applause or whatever noise you wish to make. Do I have to ask the question again, Adrian?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Thank you. I'm now about to ask both of them if they wish to marry, and we of course know the answer to that question. But when we decide to commit ourselves to another person, we do so for many reasons. Reasons that are much deeper than the superficial. And these insights are very evident in the comments which you both made about each other and which I believe you have not shared. About Adrian, Lara said, Adrian is motivated, he's proud, dedicated to being successful. Adrian is sensitive, observant, and funny. He loves to dance, he loves rock and roll and singing. Adrian has a great sense of humor and speaks with his own interpretive language, and he adds an accent. I meant to ask if it was an Irish accent, but I won't. And Adrian said, Lara is positive, driven, and passionate. She is an endless giver, is funny, and loves to instigate trouble. Lara is always touching everything. She is nurturing and loving. And here's the most important part, Lara. She throws a mean left hook. So after all of that, Adrian, do you take Lara to be your wife? Do you promise to love and respect her always? Do you promise to stand by her through whatever may come? Do you promise to be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Lara, do you take Adrian to be your husband? Do you promise to love and respect him always? Do you promise to stand by him through whatever may come? Do you promise to be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Lara and Adrian, nothing is easier than saying words, and nothing is harder sometimes than living them day by day. A wedding is a day, a marriage is a wonderful lifetime. Whatever you promise today, please renew tomorrow and every day that lies ahead of you. At the end of our ceremony, you will be legally husband and wife, but each day we all have to decide that we wish to remain married. And we will now share the vows which Adrian and Lara have written.
My dearest Lara, I vow to be loyal and to be faithful to you, to be loving and caring, to worship you always and to always be true, to be handsome forever, and to be your friend to the end, to have a great life journey with you and to protect you at all costs and to never let you go. This I promise to you.
Well said.
Not bad.
Adrian, I promise to be fair to you, to witness your beautiful life, to always take time for us, to laugh together, to nurture the person you wish to become, to help encourage you to chase your dreams, to carry you in difficult times, to love you even when it gets difficult, to invest in myself so that I may be my greatest for you, and to never lose sight of the reasons why I love you and am marrying you today.
Applause is okay. We will now share the rings, and I would ask that the rings given and received be a symbol of the promise and the commitment that Adrian and Lara have made here today. Julian, can we have the rings, please?
Bear! Hi, buddy!
This is Bear.
Hi, buddy! I'm so scared. pet your dog.
Yeah.
No, he's excited now. Yeah. Julian, just take the collar off.
A little bit easier.
Thank you, sir.
Bear was told he was going for a walk today, but he didn't know what kind of a walk. You can have a quiet applause for Bear.
So handsome.
He's probably so mad right now. He's probably so mad right now.
Robert and Julian are getting the rings first.
Double knot. Fight harder.
Oh, Cindy has scissors.
You got scissors, Rob?
Oh. Alrighty then.
There you go. If you can extend your left hand, please. Adrian, if you can say after me. Lara,
Lara,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
My promise is
My promise is
that I will walk with you
that I will walk with you,
hand in hand
hand in hand,
wherever our journey leads,
wherever our journey leads,
living and learning,
living and learning,
laughing and loving,
laughing and loving,
together always.
together always. Fantastic.
Adrian, if you extend your left hand, please.
Yes, sir.
Adrian,
Adrian,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
My promise is
My promise is
that I will walk with you
that I will walk with you
hand in
hand in hand
wherever our journey leads,
wherever our journey leads,
living and learning,
living and learning,
laughing and loving,
laughing and loving,
together always.
together always.
Our rings fit perfectly. If you could continue holding hands, I'm going to say a few words for both of them, but it's for anybody here who in any way is living, caring for another person. Adrian and Lara, when the one whose hands you're holding is the one who holds your heart, when the one whose eyes you gaze into gives your hopes and your dreams their start, when the one you think of first and last is the one who holds you tight, and the things you plan together make this whole world seem just right. When the one whom you believe in puts their faith and trust in you, then you, Lara, and you, Adrian, you have found the one and only love you'll live your whole life through. Because now you will feel no rain, because you're sheltered to each other. You will feel no cold, because you're warmth to each other. You will feel no loneliness, because you are companions to each other. Now you are two bodies. There is one life ahead of you. Go now and enter the days of your life together, and may your days be good and long upon this earth. Adrian, Lara, we have heard you promise to share your lives in marriage. We recognize, we respect the promise that you have made, and so, in the honesty and the sincerity of what you have said and done before your family and friends, I now pronounce you to be husband and wife. Go forth, meet life gladly, and life will love you in return. Adrian, you may now kiss your bride.
Say well.
We're in no rush. Carry on. We're going to retire to sign the register. We'll be right back.
I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna go to sign the registry. Go. Go ahead.
Over to your husband. Adrian, if you can sign there, please. Right? And you can also sign there. I'm going to step out and see if the photographer wants to take photos.
Sure.
You walk back to towards the center.
Sweet baby. Congratulations. Thanks.
So happy for you.
Congratulations.
You can talk to me now.
What's that?
You can talk to me now.
Yeah.
Why don't you pretend to share a moment with me?
We did good, baby. Yeah.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
I'm more than happy.
Tell me something nice.
Something nice, so you look pretty.
Anyway,
Yeah, you look pretty.
you're pretty. You're pretty.
You want to dance?
No.
Why not? Why not? Just dance.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks for that speech, Liz. It's fantastic.
Oh, welcome, my buddy. I love you.
Thanks, Mom. Congratulations. Thanks, Steve. Son. Dad. It's not bad, hey? Did you guys get that?
Thank you, everybody. A real thanks for your participation. There was a great sense of being with Lara and with Adrian all the way through, so thank you very much for that. Our signing took a little bit longer than usual, and I apologize for that. Usually we sign the register and we sign the license, but we had to sign one extra piece of paper today, and Adrian is wondering what I'm talking about here. The real story about how they fell in love, and I didn't tell this during the ceremony, but apparently Adrian found out that Lara loves fishing, and his quote was, "Wow, a lady who likes to fish." And it was at that moment Lara believes that they both fell in love with each other. However, even though everything went well, the first time they went fishing, word has it that Lara caught many more fish than Adrian. So we had to write a little agreement there that whenever they go fishing, every second time, Lara will catch the most fish and then Adrian will catch the other ones. It's a nail thing. Congratulations to the parents and the family. Elizabeth, our reader, Diana, thank you so much for the music. And I want to give a very short little Irish blessing for both of you. Lara and Adrian, may love and laughter light your days and fill your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours, wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty fill your world with joy that long endures, and may all of life's passing seasons bring the best to you and to yours. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted and I'm honored to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Adrian and Lara Adrian.
Like that?
You ready to walk?
Yeah, ready.
Woo!
Come on, baby. Maybe we'll give them a chance.
Thank you. It's going down my dress.
Let's dance for a bit.
It's going down my dress. Okay, spin me and we're gonna walk.